Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, sorry if I mispronounced that, on the GeForce GT 1030. For performance monitoring, I'll be using CAM. If you want to download the software, there's a link down in the description. So Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, I'll be doing 1080p, 900p, 720p and 1440p. To skip those sections of the video, check the description below. So this game a while ago got a 60 frames per second patch, an official patch from the developers. So if you have this game on Steam, you should already have the 60 FPS patch in the game itself. It just adds an option in the options menu that says frame rate, so you can select between a 30 FPS cap and a 60 frames per second cap. Unfortunately, it's not perfect. You need to be sure that the game runs at 60 frames per second or something similar, because if not, if it runs at 30 frames per second and you selected the 60 FPS cap, the game will just run in something like slow motion. Completely adjusted the game for 60 FPS compared to 30. Like on many fighting games, for example Mortal Kombat X or Injustice 2 or something like that. Those games are made to run at 60, but if you run it at a lower frame rate, it usually happens that the game just runs in slow motion. Well, the same happens here with the 60 FPS cap. If you're getting less than 45 FPS, I recommend just capping the game at 30. Other than that, there is not much else to be warned about. On 1080p I show you first max settings with the FPS target at 60. Unfortunately, we don't get to that target due to the amount of effects on screen that usually destroys performance on this GPU. So on 1080p I show you the maximum and the lowest to see what frame rate we get. Usually 1080p low should be a better option, but there are some stutters every now and then due to the amount of effects on screen once again. But then on 900p, by lowering shadows to medium and turning off the glare option, I was able to be closer to 60 frames per second. It's mostly 50 to 60, but it's not really bad at all. It's completely playable. And then at 720p I just keep everything maxed out and the game stays at 60 frames per second quite consistently. Usually when there are a ton of effects on screen you might see a drop to 50, but on 720p it's quite rare, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Usually when those drops happen, you're not really in control of the game, when there is one of those ultimate special attacks going on. So 900p and 720p seem to be ideal for 60 FPS on this GPU. And finally at 1440p I had to cap the frame rate at 30, because if not the game runs in slow motion, as I said at the beginning of the video. So I just used the lowest setting, which doesn't look that much different to the highest. Cap the game at 30, and at 1440p it ran quite well actually, except in a couple drops to 20 that were very sudden, which is the main issue with the performance in this game. That's why you see low GPU usage. The GPU usage might be low, yeah, but once many effects show up very suddenly, the GPU usage goes to 100%. Then goes back down. That's why the program is not really detecting that spike, because it's very quickly. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
さと呼べ。やばいな。
第7弾食ってばよ。ぜサスケ、さくらちゃん。ハチ様行け。ナナキシナルト、さくら俺だ。
勝負あり。
どうね。
第2戦開始。さっさと呼べ。さっさと呼べ。あとは好さっさと呼べ。さっさと呼べ。あとは好きにしろ。最終戦開始。
頑張って。頑張って。ぶっ飛ばす。王様、これだ。20惑星螺旋手裏剣。私だって厳しい修行を耐えた。私だって強くなった。
勝負あり。上がってろ。
いけるぜ。頑張って。
さっさと呼べ。さっさと呼べ。
いけるぜ。ここだ。
エントンスサノー火術師。勝負あり。 っさと呼べ。第2戦開始。
ここだ。
すきあり。
路線シェイク。いけるぜ。いけるぜ。
俺を怒らせたいのか。こっちだ。好きや。終わらせるぞ。
第7班撃ってもらおう。行くぜサスケ、さくらちゃん。ハチ様行け。ガマキシナルト、さくら上だ。
上出来だ。下がる。あとは好きにしろ。下がる。最終戦開始。こっちだ。
いけるぜ。
甘い。甘い。勝負あり。と呼べ。第2戦開始。
お待たせ。
こっちだ。
ここだ。頑張って。任せて。
あとは好きにしろ。
頑張って。お待たせ。 お待たせ